This is the 5th anniversary of MACFEST, and again, I'd like to welcome you all. Time has flown by. I remember the first MACFEST celebration, which I co-hosted as well, and once again, welcome to everyone. I'd like to welcome, first of all, our host, our special host, Ed Watts, who is the Deputy Director at the Whitworth Gallery, who is going to say a few words and some housekeeping rules. Thank you.
Hi there. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. As Sandra said, it's a pleasure to welcome you all back here to the Whitworth for the 5th anniversary edition of MACFEST. It was my pleasure back 5 years ago to welcome everyone to the first edition of this in this very room as well. And the partnership and MACFEST, and really the relationship between Whitworth and the MACFEST as well has grown over those years into what it is today. The ambition's grown, the reach has grown, and with that, the impact has grown. It's making more of a difference to more people as well. I just wanted to say thank you to Qaisra and the whole MACFEST team for all of the work over the last 5 years. And it's been a pleasure for the Whitworth team to be a part of that. And yeah, and also thank you to the Whitworth team also who have put a lot of work in to make this event possible. So yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm excited to see the rest of the programme today. The activities around the gallery are bringing so much joy and life and colour to our spaces. It's amazing to see them so active and vibrant. And the MACFEST event this time of the year has certainly become a key feature of the Whitworth calendar. So yeah, thank you very much for that. I know we want to get on with the day, so I'll keep it very brief. Just a little bit of housekeeping from me before I sit down. We're not expecting any fire alarm tests today, so if you do hear the alarm, we'll have to follow the green person signs above the entrances, and the members of the Whitworth team and volunteers will help you with that. Just be aware that within this space, the closest exit to you might actually be behind the screen here. So if that happens, we will direct you. Toilets are all down on the lower ground floor, accessible by the lift just outside here, or the stairs. And we do have a quiet space on our ground floor that can be accessed and made available as a prayer space as and when needed to. So please do ask a member of the team for that. But yeah, it's a pleasure to welcome you all back to the Whitworth. I hope everyone comes in between these MACFests as well, which would be good to see you for all the great programme that happens here. But it's such a pleasure to have you all back here again, and thank you again to Qaisra and the whole team, and huge congratulations for another amazing programme that we've got to come. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ed. I'd like to welcome Lamar Babiker, who is going to do Tilavat, which is a recitation of the Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى إن إلى ربك الرجعى أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى أرأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى كلا لئن لم ينته لنسفعا بالناصية ناصية كاذبة خاطئة فليدع ناديه سندع الزبانية كلا لا تطعه واسجد واقترب. And that was Surah Al-Alaq. Surah Al-Alaq is a surah Makkiyah. Surah Al-Alaq came down when Surah Al-Alaq came down when Jibreel alayhi salam said to our Prophet Muhammad, Iqra, which means read. But then the Prophet said, "Ma ana biqari," which means I don't know how to read. Now that went on 3 times until Jibreel said, "اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم." And those are the first 5 verses of Surah Al-Alaq. Thank you.
Just press that one to advance. Yeah.
Thank you, Lamar, for doing that for us. I'd like to now welcome on stage Muslim women from Greater Manchester.
Good afternoon, salam. Welcome to our 5th anniversary MACFEST.
I'd like to now welcome our very special guest and long-time special supporter of MACFEST, who also helped MACFEST launch our first Women's Arts Festival. Please give a warm welcome to His Majesty's Lord Lieutenant of Greater Manchester, Diane Hawkins.
That we're 5 years celebrating MACFEST. How amazing is that? It is just over 5 years since our wonderful city of Manchester was devastated by an appalling explosion, and the repercussions of that still ripple out to this very day. And it's just over 5 years since one woman decided that something had to be done to tackle Islamophobia, and she did something. My very good friend Qaisra decided to create MACFEST, and here we are today. So 5 years of MACFEST, and we were just saying it doesn't seem 5 minutes since last year and the year before. And as ever, it is such a great pleasure to be here to launch the festival today and look at everything that is here, celebrating in particular today Muslim women. And weren't they glorious in their fantastic costumes earlier on, so colourful. And that is the wonderful part about MACFEST. It is a riot of colour and culture and education and young and old, and it brings everyone together in such a happy and joyous way and spreads its message of spreading honey, not hate, in such a charming way that results are achieved without any fighting, without any animosity. And we've made huge strides in those 5 years of MACFEST, and we will continue to make more strides in the 5 years to come and the 5 years after that. So thank you, Qaisra. Thank you all the volunteers of MACFEST who have worked so hard to put this event on today. And thank you, Ed, for the use of the Whitworth Hall, Whitworth Gallery yet again, because what a fantastic venue it is to showcase the very best that we can offer. So thank you all, and I'm delighted to launch the start of this 5th birthday. Happy birthday, MACFEST!
Thank you for that wonderful introduction and well wishes. We'd like to now show you a very short promotional video. It's impossible to condense the amount of work that's been done over the course of the last 5 years, but we'll try to do so in a short video for you today. That just gives you a glimpse of the amazing work that MACFEST have been doing over the last 5 years. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome Qaisra, who needs no introductions, who is the founding executive director of MACFEST.
Thank you, Sandra. Okay. Good afternoon, Assalamu alaikum, Shalom, Namaste, and Sat Sri Akal, and Ni Hao. Okay. A warm welcome to you all, Lord Lieutenant Diane Hawkins, dignitaries, partners, media guests, sponsors, MACFEST team, family and friends to our MACFEST 5th anniversary. We're delighted that you're here to celebrate this special day for us. And you know what? It's 5 years since we first launched our festival in November 2018 in this very hall. Thank you so much, Ed Watts, and your marvelous, marvelous team, I can't say enough for them, for supporting us so incredibly each year. You remain our favorite gallery, and I'm telling you the truth, okay? A round of applause, please, for the gallery. Last year, you launched with us our Muslim Women's Art Foundation and Muslim Women's Art Festival. We've had an amazing journey, as you've seen in the video, and come a long, long way. We've succeeded in celebrating art, culture, and heritage of the Muslim diaspora. We have won several awards along the way, including the prestigious award, the Queen's Award for Voluntary Service. We are increasing our partnerships with schools, universities, festivals, theatres, libraries, and art galleries across the Northwest. We have hosted dozens of Muslim community organizations, hosted thousands of artists, creatives, performers, school and college students, locally, nationally, and internationally. We remain committed to spreading sweetness and connecting communities, as our slogan says for us. Celebrating arts and connecting communities, and spread honey, not hate. Here's a quick recap of our journey. Year 1, local, 10 days, Manchester. Year 2, national, hosted in other towns, Rochdale, Bury, Stockport, Rochdale and Oldham. Year 3, international. We reached the international audience through Zoom. Year 4, we launched our Women's Festival and Foundation. Year 5, this year, we've launched our heritage tours. Now to thank everyone. First of all, my deepest gratitude goes to our Lord Lieutenant Diane Hawkins for her unstinting support over the last 2 years. Thank you so much. And being there for us all the time. You know, she makes it to our event at the very last minute. So it's a huge honor for us to have your support, and thank you once again. I also want to thank warmly all our partners hosting our events, our sponsors, for example, Bolton University. This year, we are sponsored by Bolton, Salford, and Manchester University, as well as, would you believe, Western Australia in Perth. That's a real achievement. Thank you to all the dignitaries, family members, and friends who've joined us, and thank you so much again for your support. I want to thank our advisors, our directors, our marvelous operational team, the volunteers, the artists, the creatives, local communities and organizations. Without you all, there would be no MACFEST, simply as that. And thank you to all the performers today. There's a lot of entertainment in here, and the artists who will enrich our event today, and guest speakers. Enjoy our art and cultural feast and entertainment, and of course, please take the meal afterwards, and make sure you get photos taken with that lovely, wonderful cake, with our banners and with our selfies. So stay with us, enjoy, and thank you.
I'd like to welcome our first performance of this afternoon from the Sudanese Supplementary School.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Salam to everyone from Sudan. We are from Manchester Sudanese Supplementary School. We are going to show you some of our culture in Sudanese wedding. I'll let you now with our brides and the ladies, lovely angels, our flowers, to show you. It's called, our dance is called Rih al-Mahabba, is the smell of love, or wind of love to everyone.
محبتي من جنوب الوادي هبت بشائرها بعيد بلادي حملت من السودان عطر محبتي وأريج أحبابي وطيب ودادي هبت بشائرها عيد بلادي إيه هبت بشائرها عيد بلادي كل محبتي من جنوب الوادي هبت بشائرها عيد بلادي هبت بشائرها حملت من السودان عطر محبتي حملت من السودان عطر محبتي وأريج أحبابي طيب ودادي إيه وأريج أحبابي طيب ودادي من نيلها الأزرق وفجرها المشرق من نيلها الأزرق وفجرها المشرق أقبل ركب الوفا يا دارنا عانقي إيه أقبل ركب الوفا يا دارنا عانقي عروس النيل أقبل ركبها تحدوه قافلة من الأمجاد هذه عروس النيل أقبل ركبها تحدوه قافلة من الأمجاد غسلت بأنهار الجمال كفوفها وأتت إلى الحنة بعرس بلادي غسلت بأنهار الجمال كفوفها وأتت إلى الحنة بعرس بلادي يا عديل الليل يا عديل 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 يا عديل الليل يا عديل
Thank you to the Sudanese Supplementary School and the parents as well for that wonderful performance. I'd like to now welcome to you a MACFEST poet, a long-standing friend of MACFEST, Amir Arshad, who is going to perform a poem for you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to the 5th anniversary of MACFEST. Let's get another round of applause for that performance. What an amazing performance. So I've been involved in MACFEST right from the beginning. So this is kind of like a poem covering the history of the festival. Have you heard of the MACFEST train? I'm sure you have, as now we have the MACFEST ship and the MACFEST plane. A festival born out of a great day of pain, a day we will never forget, a tribute to all those we lost, a tribute to all those that survived. We share your sorrow, we share your pain. One woman stood up, a citizen of this great city of rain. I want to do something, she said. Qaisra Shahraz is her name, and the festival of MACFEST is what came. From the ashes the phoenix shall arise, and arise it did with a fervent passion, with a team of loyal creatives behind her, a group of strangers that became the MACFEST family. The dream became a reality. A festival was born, a celebration of Muslim arts and culture, MACFEST. What started in Manchester, what the naysayers said cannot be done, has become a global phenomenon, bringing together a city like never before. A celebration of diversity in its purest form, showing what can be achieved, a template, bringing together the people under its banner of spread honey, not hate. A festival of hearts, a festival of bringing all people of all cultures closer, a festival of food, delicious delicacies from all over the globe, a festival of cakes and samosas galore, arts, music, history, and so much more. A heartfelt thank you to all of those that have taken part from the very first day, directors, advisors, volunteers, all of the schools, colleges, universities, museums, institutions of Manchester, Bolton, Bury, Rochdale, Oldham, Stockport, Huddersfield, Liverpool, Glasgow, that opened their doors to make the festival of MACFEST what it is today. Whoever hears the name MACFEST, they are most welcome to partake. Let them share. Let them spread its message, spread honey, not hate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amir, for that wonderful poem. I'd like to now welcome Lydia Merrill, who is a poet. Lydia was one of our performers at our first MACFEST celebration 5 years ago when she read a poem about the environment, so it is great to welcome her today.
Thank you. I'm here as a grandmother, and I'm here as a woman on Muslim Women's Art Festival launch. And I'm here as a grandmother who listens to children. This poem was written with me by children. Conversations with our children. Well, where are we with the planet now? 5 years on, and where have we come to? Springtime in Manchester. The world is still warming, the weather shocks us when it can, wakes us up with wet and cold, keeps us in with dry and hot. Families in Pakistan have suffered, and not just Baluchistan. Sudden rains and fierce waters melt from glaciers up high. Mothers planting seedlings in the dry earth of Chibombo found their Sambian tree crop washed away. And mums in Bedfordshire waded to school to find they couldn't stay. They say half the schools in England are simply unprepared. Mothers are waking up to high food prices, turning down the thermostat. Fathers quake at the cost of diesel, shouting at the kitchen range. Children are asking questions. Teachers say the science is set. How do we have these conversations? How do we deal with climate change? Mothers speak to mothers. Daddy, Daddy-ma, what can we do? Daughters speak to mothers. Mummy, how can we come through? It's not our fault. There's nothing we can do. We could plant flowers. We could have our bike restored. Does your mother tongue not give you the answer to my questions? I'll try to walk instead of driving. I'll turn those lights off, save the bills. Where is the science here for me, daughter, in order to do? Let's grow our own food here, she says, and save the soil. My mum speaks Turkish. She says, plant more trees. They make the air clean. She wants us to reduce the use. My mum speaks Punjabi. She knows not to waste anything. In Farsi, my mum knows the danger of factory smoke. We're in Manchester. In Manchester, springtime, cold earth resists the sun. Sweet flowers search for an insect. And now for the boys. Hi, Dad, can I talk to you? We talk of football and mechanics, money, movies, games and grades. I don't know what my dad doesn't know. But what about the climate crisis, Dad, I say. Light fades. Why are you home late? I was worried. Takeaway? Don't complain. Hey, Dad, did you know we waste food mountains every day? Do you know it makes methane? Annoying, says Dad. Did you shower today? Have you done your homework? But Dad, we're wasting water, cutting forests, eating meat, running out. Stop, says Dad. Finish your food. But Dad, why is that island sinking under the ocean? It's fake news, he says. Well, Dad, I've written this poem. The vast ocean coated in trash is many creatures coated as in ash. A vast earth is about to collapse. Glaciers decrease in height. Is that right? We began the world with gladness. Now what we are doing is madness. Can we really be so careless? Patience. We can make it happen. windmills, tide and solar panels. We'll scoot to school, we'll have some fun, we'll check the science and make insulation models. We'll grow more flowers, make more of the sun. We will water saplings and create our own soil. We'll tend the bean plants as they grow and plant coriander, grow our own. Mum says, stop burning oil. Dad says, that's far too far. Find me an affordable electric car. So here we are in an English spring, 5 years on, new growth. These children want a voice. Their understandings we can share and take them with us. There is choice. Thank you. And if anybody wants to talk to me about that poem later, I'll be around. Thank you.
Thank you, Lydia, for that wonderful poem. I'd like to welcome our next special guest, Councillor Rabanaz Akbar, who is also Director of MACFEST. Thank you.
Lord Lieutenant Diane Hawkins, Deputy Lord Mayor of Manchester, Councillor Yasmin Dar, Mayor of Bolton, Councillor Akhtar Zaman, Afzal Khan MP, Councillor Naim Al-Hassan and Ed Watt. Assalamu alaikum and good morning. And also to everybody else in here, ladies and gentlemen, and especially the young people. I actually known Qaisra for over 20 years. We live close to each other, about 5 minutes walking distance. But we actually started working together about 19 years ago, and that was at Birchfield's primary school governing body. That was well before I actually came into politics. And I can say I've learned a lot from her, and that has helped me in my role that I'm doing now. So I was absolutely delighted when about 6 years ago, she actually came to see me in the town hall, and she had this vision of this festival she wanted to do. She said she wanted my support. I was happy to do that. And she said she also wanted me to be a part of it. So I kind of questioned her on that, and she said she wanted me to be a director. So I thought, you know, do I have the time to do that? And she made me a promise, and she said, listen, I'll do everything. You just be a name and just support me when needed. And I can say after 5 years, she's kept that promise. You know, in business, you hear about silent partners. Well, I'm a silent director in this. And honestly, she's done 100% of all the work at that level that needs to be done. We can honestly say this festival now it's not crawling, it's not walking, it's running at speed. All the aims and objectives, Qaisra, you mentioned when we first met, celebrating Muslim art, Muslim heritage, Muslim culture, I think you've done that. You've tackled the scourge of Islamophobia. Still more to do, but you've done a good job. You've brought communities together, but I think you've achieved far more. And the two things that I've noticed going around the city that you've achieved is, one, get the message out there that us Muslims are not the same. We have different traditions, different cultures, different cuisines, and although we may have the same faith, we are different people. We're not homogenous people. And actually, it's not the ordinary people. Even the media gets that wrong. We all get tarred with the same brush. And the second thing is, and it's fitting on International Women's Day, that you've got so many women and young girls involved in the festival over the last 5 years. We've already seen it this morning, and the fact that there's probably more women and young girls in this hall is testimony to that. This festival is now on the international calendar of festivals. And I was doing a bit of research, and I think it's the only festival that spans such a long time, 6 months with all the events. No other festival can match that. And it's international as well. You already talked about the award, the Queen's Award, which in its infancy is an achievement in itself. And obviously it's been a privilege and honor that my name's associated with this. But it cannot have been done without Qaisra. I know how much hard work she has put into this, and she deserves all the credit and the praise. But she cannot have done this, obviously, without the help of volunteers, her partners, all the helpers. And I always say this at this time, and I know her family is sitting there, the family as well, because they make a big sacrifice. When you put in those hours and that time comes away from somebody else, and it's a family who've got to be patient and with you, and I know they have been throughout that period, so they deserve a round of applause as well, so please. Finally, from me, Manchester is continuing to be a diverse city, more and more, increasingly more and more so. So that's why it's important to have these festivals, which actually have communities from all different parts of the city, all parts of the world, from their backgrounds, take part in. So from me, I hope and this continues, and wish you further success. And let's hope we continue to celebrate not 5 years, but 10 years and 15 years of this. And this becomes a regular event in not only in Manchester, but nationally and internationally as well. And one final message for everybody here. Most of the events are free, so please attend them and ask everybody else you know to attend them as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor Abnouaz, for that wonderful speech. I'd like to now introduce a short video from Mark Addleston, who is a long-time friend and supporter of MACFEST, who unfortunately could not be with us today. Thank you.
Hello everyone, Mark Addlestone here. Sorry I can't be with you in person, but I guess this is the next best thing on video. But I'm thrilled to be with you, talking to you on the 5th anniversary of MACFEST, which is incredible. And we've been involved as Beaverbrooks as sponsors for quite some years now. So sorry I can't be with you, but delighted to be connecting via video. I'm so impressed by what MACFEST has achieved in that period of time, bringing communities together under one roof through a celebration of arts. And this is so important in challenging Islamophobia and changing the perspectives that people have of the Muslim world and the wonderful creations and creativity that we are seeing. I never fail to be inspired by what I see. So absolutely incredible. And particularly the focus on women and children via the Women and Youth Festival lies at the heart of this festival. And I think that's such an important, powerful message. So congratulations on your growth. Congratulations on moving from being a local to a national, now an international organisation. Absolutely wonderful. And 5 years of promoting women and Muslim women. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful organisation. Congratulations to all of you, and in particular to Qaisra. Thank you for asking me to be connected. I hope for many more years to be connected. I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
We now have our next performance, which is from the Manchester Arabic School. At our first MACFEST, they did this Dabke, which is a dance, and they're going to do it again now. Thank you.
Hello everybody. First of all, congratulations for the MACFEST for their 5th anniversary. We're here from the Manchester Arabic School, supplementary school teaching Arabic language from age 4 to age 16. Our children today are here to perform the Palestinian Dabke dance. Enjoy our performance.
Us to name them. So Adam and Lily and all the children, thank you so much.
Thank you for that wonderful performance from the Manchester Arabic School. We now have a very special short video from one of our sponsors. MACFEST has a lot of sponsors, and one of them is the University of Bolton. We're going to just play you a very short video. Thank you.
A warm welcome to participants at MACFEST from the University of Bolton. We're really pleased to support and sponsor this year's event as strong supporters of arts and inclusion for the Islamic community. The university is proud to support events throughout our own metropolitan borough of Bolton, but we're extremely keen also to support wider activities across Greater Manchester. So that's why we're really very happy to be supporting MACFEST this year. I'd like to congratulate you for all the work that's been done to organise this year's event and to wish everybody a fantastic festival this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'd like to welcome our special guest performance. Next is a group called Mecca to Medina with Rakeen and Ishmael, who are going to do a performance for you. Thank you.
Bismillah. Thank you very much, sister. You want us on the stage? Okay, you're the boss, you're the boss, you're the boss. Okay, Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum and peace. Alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, lovely greetings, everybody. Thank you for all the organizers of this lovely event, MACFEST. Our first time here, and it's really great. Are you enjoying yourselves? Okay, alhamdulillah, good. Well, we're Mecca to Medina. I'm Rakeen.
I'm Brother Ismail.
And we're going to do a song for you. This song is about the mother and how we should love our mother. And there is a lovely hadith of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam where they're talking to him, and he said, a companion is asking him, and he says, who should you love? And he said, your mother. I said, okay. And then after that, and then who should I love? Again, he said, your mother. He said, okay. And then after that, who should I love? Again, he said,
your mother.
And then he said, okay. And then after that, who should I love? And then he said,
your father.
So what we learned from that, to all the children, is that when you want your love and the cuddles, you go to your mum. And if you want to get some money, go see your dad. That's what they use us for. But alhamdulillah, we did this song about mothers, and it goes perfect with this organization, because we know it's the foundation of the society, is the family. And the family, alhamdulillah, we praise all of the mothers. So this goes to all the mothers out there, and also the fathers as well. And it's in a hip-hop style, hope you don't mind. Let's go. To all the MACFEST people.
Brother Rakeen, he loves his mother.
Hey.
Brother Ismail, he loves his mother.
Okay.
Yes, the MACFEST love their mothers.
That's true.
Yes, the whole world. Yo, we love our mothers.
For 9 months she carried me, gave me birth into this earth miraculous. Another life free to roam in the universe. She gave me purpose, aim and purpose. Try to make sense of this material circus. We need strong roots just to take loose to life. Life can be tried, cut like a knife, real dramatic. That's why we need guidance from a person that's reliable, always there for her children. Rock solid like a brick building, amazing human being. My mother, there'll never be another one to hold that respect perfect. When I reflect on the character, unique specimen, and Allah is blessing them, there's no other. Heaven's at the foot of the mother. Believe me, respect is due, continuous. Every day continuous, without variety. Celebrity, my mother, blessings on you eternally.
Brother Rakeen, he loves his mother.
Yeah.
Brother Ismail, he loves his mother. Mecca to Medina, we love our mothers. Brother Rakeen, he loves his mother.
Yes.
Brother Ismail, I love my mother.
Yes, it's true.
Yo, the MACFEST, love the mothers. So every time we got to big up the mothers. Yo, and that's how we go. With the MC talk, the MC flow for 9 monthly cycles. I was a temporary resident. Enough love and sentiments brought life to my ligaments. No test a special request to all the mothers. Looking after the babies, youths and youngsters. This job ain't easy peasy, it's hard. Enough love to my mother, who's chilling in yard with my father, who is her long-term partner, who stuck together when times were rough and harder. She gave me enough nursing without rehearsing, extra loving and care when wounds were worsened. Without a doubt, without a second thought, she would rather go broke, rather see me go short. I got to pick up all the mothers 24/7, cause at their sweet feet lies the gateway of heaven. Thank you for the inspiration, knowledge, wisdom, and the good food for my immune system. Brother Rakeen, he loves his mother.
Yeah.
Brother Ismail, I love my mother. Mecca to Medina loves the mothers. Big up the MACFEST because they love the mothers. Jazakallah, thank you very much. Big up Sister Qaisra and the MACFEST crew.
Thank you, Mecca to Medina, for that wonderful performance. I'd like to now show a short video from one of our supporters of MACFEST, Chris Sakrabani, who is the Executive Director and Foundation for the Ethnic Understanding of New York and one of our sponsors of MACFEST.
Dear friends, greetings from New York. My name is Chris Sakrabani. I am the Executive Director of the Foundation for Ethnic Understanding, a global address for Muslim-Jewish relations, and a long-time partner and supporter of the Muslim Arts and Culture Festival. I'm also proud to serve as an advisor for MACFEST. As we celebrate the 5th anniversary of MACFEST, let me warmly congratulate my dear friend and esteemed colleague, Qaisra Shahraz, and our amazing MACFEST team. What an amazing journey you had with the festival. I remember the first time Qaisra spoke with me back in 2017 about our idea of organizing a national festival, the only one of its kind in the UK, that will bring Muslim and non-Muslim communities together in the Greater Manchester. And how fast you grow. 5 years later, you're now hosting more than 70 events. And MACFEST is now an international festival with events and partners in Azerbaijan, in Morocco, in Indonesia, in Oman, in the United Arab Emirates, in Pakistan, and many more countries. What is extremely fascinating is that the festival gathers men and women of all backgrounds, as well as young people. It addresses a great variety of topics, from literature to food, comedy, art, craft, music. The program fosters bridges between the diverse Muslim communities and non-Muslims. It also highlights Muslim responses to contemporary issues and explores how Muslim communities may move forward to a progressive future. In less than 5 years, MACFEST won awards after awards, including the prestigious Queen's Award for Voluntary Service. My dear friends, I wish you a wonderful 5th MACFEST edition and a continued success in breaking down barriers, debunking stereotypes about Islam, and celebrating cooperation about people of all backgrounds. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Our next performance is from singer Fadi Adil. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. أبكي على شام الهوى بعيون مظلوم مناضل وأذوب في ساحاتها بين المساجد والمنازل رباه سلم أهلها واحمي المخارج والمداخل واحفظ بلاد المسلمين عن اليمين والشمائل مستضعفين فمن لهم يا رب غيرك في النوازل مستمسكين بدينهم ودماؤهم عطر الجنادل. أنت نور الله فجرا جئت بعد العسر يسرا ربنا أعلاك قدرا يا إمام الأنبياء. أنت في الوجدان حي أنت للعينين ضي أنت عند الحوض ري أنت هاد وصفي يا حبيبي يا محمد يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك. صلوا عليه شفيع الأمة بذكر الرسول تشحذ الهمة يا ربي بجاه النبي أزح الغمة يا ربي بجاه النبي أزح الغمة. قمرون قمرون قمر سيدنا النبي قمرون وجميل 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 سيدنا النبي وجميل. قمرون قمرون قمر سيدنا النبي قمرون وجميل 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 سيدنا النبي وجميل. Thank you.
Thank you, Paddy, for that wonderful performance. I'd like to now welcome our final guest speaker, who is a long-time friend and supporter of MACFEST, Labour MP for Manchester Gorton, and who's also the Shadow Minister for Justice. Please extend a warm welcome to Afzal Khan.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Well done. I won't ask you to repeat that. And good afternoon, everyone. It's amazing to be here. Our Lord Lieutenant here has a great work she's doing, and she's always there. Our mayor from Bolton is here as well, executive members, and of course, our star, Qaisra. Come on, give her a big... She deserves all the shouts you can give her. I've only got 2 minutes. Let me get on with the message. The first thing I want to say is, like Councillor Rabban was, that when it was being thought through, Qaisra approached me as well and said, look, this is what we want to do. And I said, listen, this is the need of the time. And I said this because for the last 25 years, I've been involved with Manchester, the front line, public life, and I know the issue of racism. Manchester is an amazing city, a world-class city where we have put the world into a city. And yet we know there is an issue of racism. I also know when I stood as a member of European Parliament against Nick Griffin, who represented all of us in the Northwest in the European Parliament, every time he opened his mouth, he was spouting out poison. And I loved the line Qaisra has been using, spread honey, not hate. And that is essence. When you started today's program, the recitation, in essence it says that we come from a pair into a family, into a nation, into a tribe. Why? so that we may know each other. That knowing each other is the key, and this is the work MACFEST is doing. By enriching all of us, by every time you take a step forward, you enrich yourself. And the world we have now, single world, single humanity, and the means we have to get to know each other has been never greater. And MACFEST again and again and again has been using this to bring us together. And today, the 50 years of anniversary, what a show they have put together. This certainly has been the best, but that doesn't mean it's the last. It's the start. It's going to get better and better. And it's going to bring us more closer and closer, enriching our lives more and more. So all I want to say is, Qaisra, Qaisra's team, MACFEST, well done. Thank you from Manchester. Keep it up. Well done.
Thank you, Brother Afzal, for your words of wisdom. I've known Brother Afzal for a long time, and what he does do is if you come to him with an idea of a community, he's always supportive. And what I'll do say with Qaisra is that when she asks you to do something, you cannot say no. Okay. I'd like to take this opportunity, would like to observe a 1-minute silence for the victims of the earthquake in Turkey and Syria. Could I just ask the people at the back just to be quiet, please? Thank you. We're going to have this 1-minute silence, and then we're going to have our final performance. I'm going to start that now. Thank you. Thank you. We're at our final performance now. We're almost at the end. And I think we're running a little bit late, but hopefully. I'd like to welcome Gulcin Bulet, if she wouldn't mind, to come and say a few words before our last performance, which is a Turkish folk dance.
Hello, merhaba, salam to you all from the Northwest Turkish community. Thanks to MACFEST for inviting us to the 5th anniversary celebrations. We are proud to be here. I'm one of the co-founders and trustees of Northwest Turkish Community Association, short for NWTCA. On 6th of February, a 7.7 magnitude earthquake hit Turkey and Syria. Millions of people have been severely affected. And on 20th February, we had another earthquake, 6.3 magnitude, was felt in Hatay, and more people have been injured and killed. We are all devastated. As a charity, together with the communities and people of Manchester, we have collected and sent 5,700 boxes of aid items to Turkey. And we continue to raise funds to help people build their lives. So many people will need our help. So I would like to remind you, you can make donations today. Also, I would like to ask support from our politicians that are here with us to support our organization so we can continue to help. Without further ado, I'd like to invite our wonderful folk dance group led by Filiz Özüm. This special performance We created this, of course, after the earthquake. We had other plans, but we had to change our plans because it was impossible to perform something that did not reflect our feelings. So the performance expresses our sorrow and the unity we felt by all the help we received by the kind people of Manchester. So we thank you all for your support and help. Please welcome Filiz Özüm, Hülya Durmaz, Esra Sevimli Lara Koça, Neriman Mutlu, and Şebnem Haris Ata, NWTCA Folk Dance Group.
thank you to the dance group for that wonderful performance. I would just ask everyone if they wouldn't mind just to remain seated just for a little bit longer. Now we have the cake cutting ceremony and photos. If you would just bear with me, I'm going to call out your names and then we'll individually have the photographs. And then we have some food as well for you later, but you have to wait for your food. You have to have your photographs taken first. Okay. If I could ask, first of all, our guest, the Lord Lieutenant Diane Hawkins, to come forward, please. Thank you. Could I also ask now the Councillor Rabanaz and Deputy Leader Yasmin Dar. Afzal Khan's already got up, and the Lord Mayor. Yes, and the Lord Mayor and name. Do you want to go on as well? And Ed, thank you. Everybody knows the order. I think I can leave now.